Hello everybody, Faisal Talpur here. Today we are going to talk about the difference between marketing and sales. Now, as obvious as it sounds, a lot of people actually confuse the terms marketing and sales, and unfortunately a lot of literature out there, it doesn't help define the two terms either. So when I was looking for a particular answer as to what defines marketing, what defines sales, unfortunately some of the books out there, some of the literature out there in fact confused me even more. Anyway, so I have got my own version of what marketing and what sales is, which relates to a lot of activity, real activity that you do in business, in terms of under both these terms. So let me just start by saying, explaining you how these two things are defined clearly in my head and in my businesses anyway. So you've got your company. That's a big circle company, so that's you. And then let's draw the marketplace. So let's say that's the marketplace. Okay. Now, obviously, you have got to do certain activity to be able to sell, and the very act of transaction or transacting something is what makes money, really, right? The exchange of something, be it money, be it barter, whatever it is, that you're doing. So that's your company, that's the marketplace, right? And any activity that you do that is related to the marketplace is what I call marketing. Okay, I'll repeat that. So any activity that you do that is related to the marketplace is called marketing. That is the outward activity that you're doing. Okay, so we'll call this the outward activity. And this is in-house activity. Okay, so it's extremely important. Of course, sales do not happen, or at least not the way you would want them to happen, unless you were doing word of mouth sales or whatever, unless you do some marketing. Okay, so what happens really is that you put your message out there and the market responds back with you coming back, and perhaps the market, people coming back and buying things from you. So sales is associated, I would say, sales, the other word for sales could be purchase, could be buying behavior. Okay, hope you can see that. So that's sales, purchase, buying. Okay, and then obviously this is where you are doing all the external activity, or you can call it, I'll name a few. So this is where you are going out to create your goodwill. You are trying to bond with your marketplace. You are creating trust. You are creating credibility. Okay. Okay, you can even go further on and on and on. You can be creating authority in your marketplace. Okay, so the direct result of the activity that you're putting out there, right, and you're creating this goodwill in your marketplace is going to turn around as a resultant and give you the sales. Okay, so the sales activity is the in-house activity. The marketing activity is the outward activity or the external activity that you're doing to get sales. So sales is a direct result or an effect of the messages that you're putting out in the marketplace. I'll still, just to keep it clear, I'll call this marketing, and I'm going to call this, within this circle, sales. Now, sales also relates to things like, for example, this is where the actual action happens in terms of money changing hands, in terms of if you have a sales team, the sales team actually speaking to your potential buyers in the last minutes before they can actually close them. So this is where you have got things like closing your prospects. You have got things like money coming in, obviously. Right? You can actually be doing final pitch here. If you are a good marketer, you know what you're doing. A lot of pitching can actually take place over there, but a lot of people don't do that because they don't know how to before closing. So this is where the transaction happens. You must have heard the term when entrepreneurs say, without sales, we do not have a business, because this is where the actual action is happening. This is where the money is changing hands. This is where your company is actually getting the rewards of everything that you have been doing. So it's actually reaping the benefits of all the seeds that you have sown. So this is where you are putting the seeds out there. This is where you are actually putting the right messages out there. Okay, and this is where you're also using a lot of tools, right? So you are using tools like Facebook, you are using tools like LinkedIn, you are using Google, you are using all the tools to go to your marketplace to get the right message out to your potential customers, right? And it's the right segment that you need to target who will give you the most amount of money, okay? That also relates to who you can help the most. Okay, so that is the difference, guys, between marketing and sales, right? I hope I've made that clear. I hope that's made some sense made some sense of these two widely used terms in business. And see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.